All right, guys, here we go. All right, now I don't have a lot of space. You saw my first contraption. And hey, we just make do with what we got, right? So I'm gonna start by just making some color. So my recommendations, again, whatever watercolors you have. I think these were like from a grade school class that I did or something. I don't know, I've had these forever. Not super fancy, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to mix up a color. I'm going to do mine in green, and I'm first starting by adding a lot of water. So the goal of this video is that you can paint along with me. Now, if you would prefer just to kind of look at this in stages, you can do that too, okay? We're going to do some of these things pretty fast, and if I can, I'm going to fast forward some things when I do the video edit. So you can see I'm making a ton of puddly color right now. I like to call it a puddle. And I don't like this green, it's a little bright for me, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more yellow to make it a little grassier. It's a little too blue-green, so add a little bit of yellow. I don't care if my colors get muddy, it's totally fine. And then it's still just a little bright, so I know how to make things duller. I add its complement, which is, what? It's red, so add a little bit of red. So I'm just gonna dull this green down, I'm gonna warm it up and dull it down. So now I have a warm, dull green. Yay, color theory. Okay, so I have some of this color and we are going to do our background. So hopefully you have a picture of this as well, or you can just paint right along with me. I'm looking at the image, and if I can, I'll put the image in this video too so you can see them both at the same time. Just kind of touching up my color. Okay. So I'm going to start with a very big wash. Remember that, where we just kind of cover the whole thing first. So I'm going to let my little tray sit. Hopefully, all right, so I'm going to start with my wash. So I'm going to do this pretty quickly because I don't want it to dry and leave marks. And if I need to, I can just take some water and just add some water so it covers it first. And I have this nice big puddle, so I can go back in and get some more color. And I'm going to do the entire thing. Now, one of our biggest rules with watercolor is that we work light to dark. Because watercolors are transparent, you can always cover things up with a darker color, but if it goes too dark, you can't go back. So rule number one, light to dark. All right, so I got a nice light wash across everything. It's got some streaks, but don't worry, it'll blend itself in once it dries. And I'm gonna go in and I'm going to darken this left corner a little bit more, some extra paint. So it kind of feels like a graded wash. But I'm gonna go in reverse. I know before we started with the dark color and then we kind of lightened it, but I wanted to get the whole thing covered quickly. So I'm starting with a little bit of light and then I'm adding in some more watercolor paint, and that will darken it, okay? Now, I don't need to worry about the stream and things.